Hello, Smith Green families. This is Dr. Heil, Superintendent of Busco Schools. I wanted to take a few minutes to share some updated information with you and to address several common questions that have come up over the last few weeks. As you know, the ever-changing landscape of the current COVID-19 pandemic has created quite a few challenges for every one of us. Per the Governor's executive order, all Indiana school buildings and grounds are closed to student instruction and events through June 30th. As a result, things that we have always taken for granted in the past have suddenly become difficult to accomplish, if not impossible. And we appreciate all of your patience and understanding as we have waited for guidance from our local, state, and national leaders on how best to respond to this pandemic. Following the Governor's announcement of the Back on Track plan last Friday, I was able to sit down with our local health department this morning to discuss several topics. One of those was graduation. I am pleased to share that we will be rescheduling our graduation ceremony to Friday, July 24th, in the hopes that we will be able to have an in-person ceremony that evening. Our senior students and families will be receiving a separate video today which explains more of the details of that change. After consulting with our local health officials, we are finalizing our plan for students to pick up their belongings out of their lockers and other areas of our buildings, and to also return their materials to our schools for the summer. This plan will be sent out in a separate message from your building principals early next week. Please contact your school offices with any questions once you have a chance to review those plans. We will be having summer school this summer for Cherubusco High School students, though it will be conducted in a digital format since our schools are closed to instruction and gatherings through June 30th. If you are planning to participate in any of our summer school course offerings, please watch for additional information from Mr. Folland and Mrs. Cook. In terms of in-person summer practices and rehearsals, unfortunately nothing can begin until the Governor has declared our schools and facilities open, which again will not happen until after June 30th unless the Governor modifies his executive order. Thanks to the tireless work of our dedicated food service staff, we are going to continue offering meals for our students through the summer months. We will continue to have meals available for pickup each Monday evening to provide our families with some extra support this summer as the pandemic continues to affect our lives. A huge thank you to Mrs. Elise Roth and her staff for all of the hours and work that they have given to take such great care of our children. In terms of next fall, I unfortunately do not have much to share with you at this time. If you listened to Governor Holcomb's press conference last Friday, you may have heard him say that once we reach Phase 5, which he anticipates will happen in early July, he will be ready to consider how our schools may reopen. Naturally, we are hoping to receive guidance well before that so that we can begin to plan. I know that every one of us feels very uncertain about what fall might look like, and there are a lot of questions that I unfortunately cannot answer yet. But I can tell you that we are currently planning to be ready for students to return to us in August, and every one of our teachers and staff cannot wait to see your children the very first day that we can welcome them back in our schools. In the meantime, I'm excited to share that our online registration portal for next school year is now open. Information was sent out recently regarding how to complete the registration process, and guidance can be found on our district website. If you have any questions, please reach out to Mr. Uckman for assistance. And speaking of our website, very soon, our website is going to have a brand new look. We've been working on a website refresh this year, and it will launch sometime in the very near future. Thank you to Mr. Uckman for all of his work on this major project. In closing, I want to thank everyone for all of your understanding, your patience, and your support for our teachers and staff over these last 2 months. While nothing about this pandemic has been easy, I can say that the love and support of our community has definitely helped all of us at Busco Schools stay focused on the many blessings that all of us in the Smith Green community take for granted every day. We truly are Busco Strong. Thank you again for everything you do to make our schools and our community an amazing place to be. Please continue to stay healthy and safe, and do not hesitate to contact me if there is anything we can do to support your family in the weeks ahead.